Now, here's your Farm and Ranch Report from the Western Ag Network.
Hi everybody, it's time for your Farm and Ranch news. Well, hey, it looks like the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has completed a 90-day finding of 3 petitions to designate and even list a Yellowstone bison distinct population segment of the Plains bison in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem in portions of Wyoming and Montana as threatened or endangered under the Federal Endangered Species Act. Now, the service finds that the petitions present substantial and credible information indicating that a listing action may in fact be warranted and will initiate a comprehensive status review of the potential distinct population segment to determine if ESA protections are warranted. The 90-day finding and petition review form associated with this announcement are now available for review. And you can do so by visiting us online at westernagnetwork.com. Certainly some very disappointing news for a lot of folks here in Western Ag Network country. Stay with us. We'll have more ag news right after this.
Before beef is what's for dinner, it starts out here with farmers and ranchers who choose to be Beef Quality Assurance certified. Because for them, the right way is the only way. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Join the Wyoming Stock Growers Association as they celebrate their 150th anniversary of serving the livestock businesses and families of Wyoming. It all takes place June 8th through the 11th in Cheyenne. Learn more and get registered by visiting the Wyoming Stock Growers Association's website. Well, for cattle producers, this time of the year means branding and breeding season. And University of Wyoming Crook County Extension educator Alex Orozco says there are a few considerations to keep in mind this year to help increase the overall health of your cattle. He says branding season is the time to manage your calves, and it's an appropriate time to think over a herd health plan and protocol to help ensure that all cattle are raised in the best health. Meanwhile, one of the main management goals of ranchers is to have high conception rates. And in order to achieve high conception rates, he says cows and bulls have to be in proper body condition. Furthermore, he says bulls must also be sound and fertile, and that requires a breeding soundness exam. Bottom line, folks, profitability of cow-calf producers depends on a healthy herd and high conception rates. And finally today, the U.S. Meat Export Federation held its spring conference recently down in San Antonio, Texas, which examined a number of key issues for U.S. exporters while also updating members on promotional activities for U.S. beef, lamb, and pork in a wide range of international markets. Now, the U.S. and China trade relationship was a key focus of the conference, with former U.S. Ambassador to China Terry Branstad praising the market access gains for U.S. agriculture achieved in that 2020 Phase 1 Economic and Trade Agreement, which finally gave U.S. beef meaningful access to China.
The beef situation, when I got there, we'd gone 14 years, we hadn't been able to sell beef in China because of a Canadian mad cow. To me, this was unbelievable, but eventually, we were able to get them to agree to accept a beef, and then the Phase 1 trade agreement has made a real difference there.
Meanwhile, he's skeptical that a Phase 2 agreement will be coming anytime soon, in part because he says the Biden administration hasn't really shown any appetite for going after it. Now, the U.S. MEF meeting also included discussions about rising input costs for producers across the globe and on the effect of rising inflation on consumer spending. Attendees also received updates on port congestion and other shipping and logistical challenges. That's a look at your farm and ranch news. Have a great day.